Well, good. I just want to say good morning to everybody. Welcome to the opportunity to have this conversation with the admissions team and the UDC students across the board. And we want to welcome you to this opportunity to be really given some direct instructions around who and what you can be at the University District of Columbia and through the application process directly. So I want to welcome you on behalf of the Division of Student Development and Success as the Chief Student Development and Success Officer, Dr. William U. Latham, and our entire team within the Division of SDS. We want to thank Pat Gusman and all the folks, Jessica Gardner, all the folks who've been a part of this process, Grady Wright, to help us pull this particular opportunity off, especially for the admissions team and other folks within SDS who've been a part of this process and really look forward to these being quite successful for our students and incoming students, as well as for the university as a whole. So I just want to come on and say welcome. Glad to have you guys be a part of this particular event today and look forward to outcomes enrolled at UDC in the near future. So thank you on behalf of the Student Development and Success Division.
And with that, good morning. My name is Grady Wright. I will serve as your moderator for today. Thank you so much for joining us for this virtual college and career webinar. Today's webinar will specifically focus on an introduction to financial aid. Any questions that you may have, we ask that if you're joining us through Facebook Live, please provide a comment, log into your Facebook account and add a comment. And if you're on WebEx, please use the chat box to submit your questions. At the end of each session, we will go through and have some question and answers, and we will provide you with some feedback. Again, my name is Grady Wright, and we are excited to have you join us today. Right now, we're going to go ahead and kick off with an introduction video to Finding Your Possible. The University of the District of Columbia is that place. Kick back, sit back, grab a pencil and some paper, take notes, and we will see you right after this video.
Thank you, Grady. This is Jessica. I'll be sharing the video, but I did just want to mention we are talking about admissions today. For everybody who's joined us, welcome.
Greetings, Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program participants. Welcome to UDC Campus Store. We're so glad you are here. My name is Jennifer Horvatinovich, UDC Store Manager. As your campus store, we partner with you from orientation to graduation to make sure you have the best college experience. Our mission is to serve you, and that starts with course materials. This fall, UDC is happy to launch our all course materials will be available.
Absolutely. So thank you again, Jessica. While Jessica is working on getting our video squared away, we want to remind you that we're going to be having a raffle challenge. So please make sure that you have a pencil, a notepad, so that you can keep track of the presenters and keep your questions answered. Right now, we're going to get ready to prepare to go into a presentation around the admissions process right now. So if you could, our presenter from the admissions team is going to join us right now to talk about that process.
Hey, Patrick, do you mind sharing?
One of the best things about being a part of a family like the University of the District of Columbia is that you have so many people that are here to support you, even through challenges that we're experiencing right now. We come together, we're able to pull together to support one another. So as we get ready to get these videos squared away and bring up the PowerPoint, if you have any questions, please remember that you can log into your Facebook account, join us through the chat box, submit your questions through there. And if you're on WebEx, please use the chat box to submit any questions around the admissions process, whether that's the application fee, the process, the turnaround time, the financial aid process, whatever your questions may be. If parents have any questions, please feel free to drop those right into the chat box, and we'll be sure to answer those questions. Thank you so much for your patience while we get the video together.
All right, so you've got it.
All right, and as you can see there, we want to know for our first raffle question, what is the UDC model? If you have the answer, please go ahead and submit your answer to virtualcollege@udc.edu. Please be reminded the first person that responds will receive some UDC swag via a UDC t-shirt or baseball cap. You see I'm rocking my nice UDC cap here. So if you have the answer to what UDC's motto is, please go ahead and drop that in. And right after this presentation, we'll be right back to announce our winner. Do we have the PowerPoint queued up?
Well, I'll go ahead and start. I'll start with an introduction of who I am. My name is Omar Herod. I am the lead recruitment specialist at the University of the District of Columbia, better known as UDC. I am so grateful to have the opportunity to talk to you all about just the process of being admitted to the University of the District of Columbia. One of the great things about this particular institution is that we have a large populace of people that come from all over the world. Our students literally come from all over the world, and I always say it's not unlikely that you may be sitting next to a prince or a princess, and I don't mean from Disney. And so you'll definitely have opportunities to really get to know people from all over all over the world, literally. And our professors are tremendous individuals that are still very active in engaging with not only their students, but are still very active in the career fields that they've chosen. So you'll definitely get a lot of knowledge and understanding while you're in your various classes and programs. One of the things that, again, I just kind of talked a little bit about me. I was born in DC, was raised in Alexandria, Virginia, and I am a product of a UDC alum. My mother is an alum of the university, so I've known about the school all of my life. She actually attended the predecessor schools, so DC Teachers, Washington Tech, Federal City, as well as the University of the District of Columbia. And she was also a teacher, so I've had a teacher in my life all of my life. She taught special education. She actually got her bachelor's degree from the University of the District of Columbia in special education, and went on to get her master's and worked in DC public schools for 33 years. So she definitely enjoyed working at the university, and now as a teacher, I should say. But she is now home, having a wonderful life with a retired life with my dad. And so I get an opportunity to take care of them now. So they took care of me, so I get to take care of them now. So, and the other thing, a little bit again about me, I started working for the university in January of 2015. And so I've been with them for a little while. And then, but prior to that, I actually worked in several areas, including my alma mater, which is Hampton University. I'm a graduate from Hampton in 2002 with my Bachelor of Arts degree in Mass Media Arts and Public Relation. And so I've been pretty much in this realm ever since I got started, for the most part. After I graduated, I worked in one job for about 2 years, and then I got an opportunity to be a admissions counselor at Hampton University, and I was there from 2004 to 2012. Then I had a wonderful opportunity to move to Chicago, Illinois, where I got an opportunity to work for a all-girl public charter school, which gave me a really unique, interesting opportunity to work with students sort of on that K through 12 side, so individuals that were in middle and high school. So that was a very unique opportunity. And then I also got an opportunity to work for a Catholic school. I was a director of communications in a Catholic school. Both schools are on the south side of Chicago. So I had an opportunity to really dive into a lot more of my degree area in communications, and I really enjoyed that. And then a wonderful opportunity presented itself to me to come and work at my mom's alma mater, here at the University of the District of Columbia. So I jumped at that opportunity. And so now I'm back home, enjoying spending just time with my family, my parents, and the rest of my family. And one of the things that I like to do is to make sure that individuals are helping. I like to help them and guide them in achieving their dreams, both academically and beyond. And so when I talk to students, I like to find out, what is it that you'd like to do? What do you want to do? And then from there, we kind of work backwards. And to hopefully get you to where you ultimately want to go. So that is my introduction. And but now let's get into the as they say, the meat and potatoes of this thing. And as it relates to the admission requirements and how do you become a part of the UDC Firebird family. So our admission requirements currently, if you're applying for a bachelor's degree program, you must have at least a 2.5 or greater GPA. Currently we are still we were using your SAT or ACT scores. So if you had an 890 or better on the SAT or 16 ACT, then that would get you admissions to the bachelor's degree programs, as well as if you have a 3.0 or better, you're also automatically admitted to the bachelor's degree and you also qualify for a scholarship. Now, I want to kind of take a pause for a moment and talk about the SAT or ACT scores. So due to COVID-19, a lot of students aren't able to or were not able to take the SAT or ACT. So what we did was admit students to the bachelor's degree programs if they do indeed have a 2.5 or better GPA. Now, the caveat to that is we're going to be looking at your grades throughout school, as we have been doing, but we want to make sure that you are able to handle the course load work that you would be doing depending on the major that you're choosing. So we will be working and looking closely at that and working with you to help you sort of make sure you're heading in the right direction. The other thing is, if you did take the SAT or ACT, go ahead and still submit them because we can definitely use those. But if you did not, don't worry. We will definitely go ahead and work on getting you admitted to university. Now, the other cool thing about this institution is that we not only have bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, our law school, but we also have associate's degrees in our community college location, which is at 801 North Capitol Street. And if you didn't know, our Van Ness campus is at 4200 Connecticut Avenue. But I will say that the associate's degree programs, the requirements are a little bit different. So as long as you've graduated high school or have a GED, you are admissible to the associate's degree programs. Now that does not include individuals that just receive certificates for high school. So there are some schools that have or students that may have received a certificate of completion. That will not allow you. So if you did receive that, then you'll need to take the GED. But if you again have completed high school or have a GED, you would be able to be admitted to the associate's degree programs. Now, the other cool thing is that you do not need to have an SAT or ACT, regardless, do COVID-19 or not. You definitely do not need to have an SAT or ACT scores to be admitted to the associate's degree program. What we use is the AccuPacer currently, which places our students into the classes that you would have at the community college. So that's what we use as really admitted to the associate's degree program. So my suggestion is, if you know that maybe you're not quite strong enough where you would like to be, or where our requirements are for the bachelor's degree, just go ahead and apply for the associate's degree. What happens is, once you complete your associate's degree program, you just change your major to the bachelor's degree. So you have an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. So can't really, you can't beat that. You get two for the price of one. So definitely go ahead and, like I said, apply for associate's degree if you're not quite sure academically. If you're ready for the full rigor of the bachelor's degree program, just apply for the associate's degree. And there's some programs, we'll talk about that a little bit later, that the associate's degree programs offer that the bachelor's degrees don't. So it's something you may want to take into consideration. Next slide. Thank you. So these are the things, and this is kind of how we are able to get you admitted to the university. You can apply online through our website, which is of course udc.edu. There's an actual little link that says apply. And when you click on that, it'll take you to the area where you would be filling out the application. We are currently waiving the application fee, so don't trip, don't worry. We are taking care of your application fee, so just go ahead and apply. And then what we will need is your official transcript from your school. Now, if you're seniors that have already graduated or graduating, one, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2020. But for those who have not graduated, not a problem. We will just need your official transcript. If you graduated, we would need the your final transcript that will have the date of graduation or date of completion, and it must be signed by a school official. If you're applying and you haven't gotten to that point yet, not a problem as well. We would just need your official transcript, just needs to be signed by an official, I should say. Again, as I mentioned earlier, SAT or ACT scores are optional. But again, if you took it, please go ahead and submit your test scores. And then once you've been admitted to university and we've gotten you admitted, confirming that you're going to be a part of the Fiber family, then you'll need to submit your shot records, your immunization records to our health service office, because we want to make sure everybody is where they need to be in, as it relates to their health. All right, so it's pretty simple, straightforward, and we'll talk about how to actually submit these documents, because we can, pretty simple. That's pretty simple as well. Next slide. There it is. All right. So transcripts, test scores, they can be submitted to UDC Transcores at udc.edu. So it's pretty straightforward. We want you to make sure you submit all of those documents to that email address. Again, UDC Trans as in for transcripts and scores for test scores. So UDC Transcores at udc.edu. I'll just quickly talk about this residency for those individuals that happen to be not maybe your first time in college, but you're not from the DC metro area, coming directly out of high school. You'll need to submit your residency documents, which determines your tuition rate. And so that's what that information is right there, which you see residency at udc.edu. Next slide. Next piece. All right, so that is our address. That is where you can also mail your documents to the university. That is the University District of Columbia, Office of Recruitment and Admissions, 4200 Connecticut Avenue Northwest, Building 39, Level A, Washington, D.C., 20008. So that is where you would be sending your admission documents. Next slide. All right, so let's talk a little bit about our majors, again, part of the meat and potatoes of the University of the District of Columbia. So these are some of our popular majors at the university. So I'll start with our associate's degree programs first. So over to the far left, liberal studies. Liberal studies is a great program. If you say, hey, you know what, I want to go to college, but I don't know what I want to do, that is a program for you. Liberal studies basically allows you to get your general college courses out the way, so that once you do decide to change your major to the bachelor's degree, then you're just focusing on your major program. So that would be an awesome program for individuals that aren't quite sure what it is that they want to do. Yeah, that's it. That is like that's one of our large. That is one of our try it again. That is one of our most popular majors, because there are a lot of students that either use that to go into another area, or again, they just want to get their general stuff out the way, so that when they change to their bachelor's degree, they're really just focusing on their major programs. The next one is computer science technology. If you're interested in going into that area, computer science, IT, any of those areas, you can use computer science technology to get you into that place of your major. Then law enforcement. We actually have it's a really unique partnership with Metropolitan Police Department, and it has actually just recently been. Not that she wasn't already, but the mayor is totally backing that program. It is a unique program in which we work with developing students that are interested in going into becoming a police officer. So it is a full program, by which the university houses the actual platform of that program. If you want to get more information about that program, it's a really unique program. You actually get a stipend for being in that program, and it definitely leads directly into a job or a career. Then definitely you can contact our office to get you more information about the again, the law enforcement program. Business administration. If you're interested in going into the world of business, you can use that this program or associate's degree to get started in that area. And one of the things that we've done now is that we now have sort of created the business administration program to fit really nicely into the business management program at the bachelor's level. So you can definitely use that to kind of get started. So it's the first sort of the first part of the first 2 years, and then the second 2 years of the business management program. So you can definitely fit those two in together. And then the last one of again, these are the top majors. So not the only ones that we have, but these are the top ones. So education is what the University of the District of Columbia is known for. It's its stamp in this, not only in the area, but around the world. And so we definitely have education at the associate level, and then again, also at the bachelor's level, as well as at the master's level as well. So we have it literally all the way running through the entire university, which is an amazing thing. And then the bachelor's degree, biology. Again, if you're trying to go into anywhere in the sciences, you can use that. Computer science, again, fits a really good, really closely into the computer science technology program. Psychology, again, is one of the other top majors. And you can use that to go into counseling. If you wanted to go into law, we actually at the bachelor's level have areas to get you into the let's say the area of the law, or in education. You can use it, counseling, you can use those areas. And then again, business management again fits you into the MBA program. If you want to go on to the master's level, we have the MBA and the MPA, Masters of Public Administration, and the Masters of Business Administration. So that is again setting you up to go to the next level also. And then architecture. And so that is one of our other areas in the STEM area that we offer. So you can definitely do that. And we also, by the way, I must also say at the associate level, we have architectural tech, which also feeds into our architecture, can't talk right now, architectural program at the bachelor's level. So next slide. Okay, so some of our unique majors and programs that we offer at the University of the District of Columbia. Again, the associate's level, aviation maintenance. I don't know if you all know, but we actually have a hangar at Reagan National Airport. It's pretty cool. So you have an opportunity to be certified, and it is a degree program where you would be able to work on aircraft, and you are again certified. So that is pretty much a guaranteed job. And I will say that that is one of the very, very unique programs that we offer through the university. I will say for the upcoming year, because of COVID-19, we are, some of the programs we are holding off on because of the interactions with students and the closeness that they would be working. So I do know that aviation is one, as well as construction management, which is the next area. So what you would do, I will sort of a side note, if you're interested in aviation maintenance or construction management, for the fall semester, this coming fall semester, you would apply for liberal studies. And again, like I said, we use that to kind of get students into into the programs, so you can apply for liberal studies. So again, if you're applying for or interested in aviation maintenance or construction management for fall 2020, apply for liberal studies, and we will be able to still get you into those programs once they reopen. The next one, fashion merchandising. A lot of people say, oh, I want to go into fashion. So we can get you there. We can help you get you there. So we have again, a program in fashion merchandising. And then a lot of times our students at the bachelor's level, they may go into the business side, or they may go into the art side. So we have art at the bachelor's level, but they may also decide to go into, like, let's say, the business management side if they want to sort of do more of the business piece of that. And then mortuary science. Anybody who are interested in being a mortician or working in that field. It is a phenomenal program. Again, one of the things that we're really known for. I actually know someone personally who has graduated from that program and is doing extremely well in that field. So again, it's also, let's say you might want to go into, as they say, CSI, crime scene investigation. You could use that degree to go into that as well, and as it relates to the law enforcement field. Okay, bachelor's levels, bachelor's degree programs, administration of justice. So sort of our criminal justice program. Some schools have it listed as that. We call it administration of justice. So you can use that. Some of our students that go into the law enforcement program don't necessarily want to go into the MPD program, but they can use law enforcement to then go into the administration of justice program at the bachelor's level. Biomedical engineering, a very unique and amazing program. It's one of our sort of newer programs that we have at the university. It basically allows our students to go into, the say if you want to go into physical therapy or working with different areas of research, you would be able to do that through the biomedical engineering program. We actually have some state-of-the-art and and things that there's only, I think, one other area in the area that offers these program, or well, the instruments that we have, and the equipment that we have. So again, we are definitely we would love for you to look into that program. Digital media covers everything from sort of your marketing to some areas into like if you're looking to do possibly what I got my degree in, public relations, and you could definitely go into that if you're looking to go into film and areas in that where that world. You can definitely use digital media to go into that. And then nutrition and dietetics. Anybody interested in what we eat, how it affects our bodies? So nutrition and dietetics is a phenomenal program. The great thing about that program is pretty much once you have received your degree, you can start working. And so individuals can definitely start their opportunity to, once they've gotten their bachelor's degree, to go into the field and start working. So again, those individuals that are interested in our health and the well-being of us mentally and physically, nutrition and dietetics is a great program for that. Next slide. So how do you get in contact with us? If you have further questions, you want to know, even the status, for those that have applied, you want to know the status of your application and how things are going. These are the wonderful young ladies that work in our office that are ready to assist you with that. So we call it first time in college cohort. Those are individuals that are coming directly out of high school, or you've graduated from high school but not, or received your GED but have not started school. Again, I'll repeat that. You have graduated from high school or received a GED and have not started school anywhere else. You will be considered a first time in college student or applicant. So those ladies listed there, we are broken down by first letter of your last name. So A through I, Mrs. Shayla Butts, and that's her information there. J through R, Mrs. Idono Benroe, and then S through Z, Miss Ashley Jones. And for those that may have already attended school and want to go or transfer into the university, or maybe you attended the university before and you want to come back, welcome back, welcome home. You would be considered a readmission student, or you already have a bachelor's degree, or even, you have a bachelor's degree, you want to get another degree, you want to continue, keep the ball rolling, you'll be considered a second degree student, or you want to take classes, you don't want to necessarily be a full student, but you want to take classes through the university or at the university, you would be a non-degree student. So Miss Sheila McKay is A through M. Miss Andrea Lithicum is N through Z. And anybody who's interested in being a graduate student, our graduate programs, we have some amazing programs. All of you all would be with Mrs. Akua Jordan. Okay, next slide. And that's it. So again, thank you so much for allowing me to have your ear for a few moments this morning. We would love to have you become a part of the UDC, or the University of the District of Columbia Firebird family. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, Omar. We really appreciate all the wealth of information that you just shared. Ladies and gentlemen, again, if you have any questions with regard to how to become a part of the University of the District of Columbia Firebird family, please make sure that you take that information and contact one of our admissions officers. They would love to hear from you. I did want to add in while we get ready to gear up for a presentation from one of our sponsors that we do have a very budding Greek life organization. We have all of the Divine Nine Greek organizations on our campus. We also have an amazing array of sports, everything from men and women's basketball, track and field, cross country, soccer, lacrosse. We have an amazing sports team. So if you are an athlete and you're interested in playing sports, by all means, don't feel limited because the University of the District of Columbia may have a spot for you. In addition, we do pride ourselves in being a social university. We are heavily involved in social activism, especially with regard to the climate of our current state. The university has taken a very strong stand with regard to making sure that we let our voices be heard around social justice. Just yesterday, we had a candlelight visual on our Denard Plaza honoring those who have lost their life due to police brutality. So if you are a person that is not afraid of standing up and speaking out for those people that are marginalized and kind of feel displaced, the University of the District of Columbia is a place for you. So as we get ready to move on, I just want to remind you guys the question that we had for our first raffle was, what is UDC's motto? So anyone that has the answer, please go ahead and drop that in. And we're going to go ahead, just because this is a good time for us to go ahead and drop one of the videos from one of our sponsors.
Yes, we will try tech round 2 of the video, and then I think we will transition to our Q&A about the admissions process. So bear with me, folks. We're going to try again and see if my tech is working.
Hello, Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program participants. It's Logan here from the iconic Ben's Chili Bowl and Ben's Next Door. On behalf of our entire family, we salute you for participating in today's virtual college and career fair hosted by the University of the District of Columbia. As native Washingtonians, our family has been serving the district proudly for over 60 years. Being a Black-owned business has not always been easy. The challenges that the generations before us faced is more than admirable. It's something that taught us you don't leave your future or success up to raw fate. You pull your team, and in our case, your family together, you show up with a positive attitude, you plan accordingly, and you execute faithfully. These are skills that you'll learn and improve on during your time at UDC. To date, 2020 has been truly challenging for so many DC residents, and I want to share our words of encouragement and hope from our family to yours. To those who have lost loved ones and our neighbors from COVID-19, and to those who have demonstrated and reiterated that Black Lives Matter, our family sees you, and please know we are with you. We will progress as a country with these grassroots movements to educate ourselves and each other, to protect one another and all of our loved ones, and to ensure our futures are full of endless opportunities and resources for all of us to thrive successfully. We wish all of you the very best in the second half of 2020, and remember that the Ben's Chili Bowl family salutes you in all your efforts, including getting your degrees and continuing your education at the University of the District of Columbia. Please do check us out online at benschilibowl.com and bensnextdoor.com. And remember, the University of the District of Columbia is your pathway to possible.
All right, that's been a lovely advertisement by one of our community partners, Ben's Chili Bowl. We have such an amazing relationship with a lot of organizations and companies in the district. So it's another reason to make UDC your home. We are and we believe in the fabric of what makes UDC in the District of Columbia possible. So now we're going to move into some questions for the admissions process. So if you have any questions, please feel free. Let's get going. So Jay, are you going to be providing us with the questions if any are coming through?
Facebook, yes, we have one question. I want to finish business, but oh, can I get help?
You said they want to start finish business. I'm sorry.
They said they want to finish business, business degree, I suppose, and but oh, can I get help?
Yes, absolutely. So if I got this correctly, so it sounds like maybe you started. I don't know if you started at the university or maybe you started at another institution. But yeah, you can definitely transfer. You can apply to the university and transfer to the university. And again, just kind of depends on where you are. We'll look at your information to see if you're admissible to either the associate's degree programs at the community college or at the bachelor's degree programs at the Van Ness campus. But we can definitely do that. Definitely reach out to our, and I think you'll have opportunities to look at the cohorts again, the transfer cohort, if you indeed are transferring from another school, another institution, or if you're a first-time college student, then you'll be able to reach out to them as well. But yes, definitely, we can definitely get you there. So that's something we can definitely do. So just reach out to us and apply, and we'll get you there.
And additionally to that, I am an academic advisor in my day-to-day role with the university. You can always reach out to one of our academic advisors, either at our community college campus or at our Van Ness campus. We can evaluate your transcript to see where you're lacking in credit hours and what that road forward looks like for you. So as Omar stressed, please reach out to us. We have a number of different resources that help you figure out how to jump back on the path all the way through to the end of your degree. And just another point, I want to make sure that everyone is aware as well. The university has just launched an amazing new institute called the Institute for the Study and Elimination of White Supremacy in America. Please log on to udc.edu to find out more information. Did we have another question, Jay?
There are no questions on Facebook.
All right. What about, did we have anyone respond with what the UDC motto is?
There's still time to respond. We haven't gotten a winner yet.
All right, so here's a question for us, Omar. How will the COVID crisis affect my plans for a four-year degree?
Well, currently we are, every school is everybody first is charting this new territory. And so I will say that the University of the District of Columbia is steadily working on working out how things are going to look for us in the future. The president, Dr. Mason, just announced that we will be still currently doing distance learning for the fall semester. So that is something to know. But one of the things from the admissions side, like I said, we're still admitting students to the university for the fall. And we are, like I said, currently also waiving the SAT or ACT scores. So that's something that, you might have been concerned about, that you didn't get a chance to do it. Don't be, because we will definitely be able to get you admitted to either one of the associate's degree programs at the community college or the bachelor's degree at the Van Ness campus. So we'll definitely be able to get you in to the university. So don't fret, don't worry. Like I said, just reach out to us and we will definitely be able to walk you through that process. And then again, working with your office, Grady, students will have an opportunity to really get that full rounded work or individualized attention that they need in order to feel comfortable with that sort of transition into coming into the university. But yeah, it's a new world, but we're excited. We're using this as an opportunity to grow and develop. So we're starting to, looks like we're going to have an even greater robust online program. And so it is definitely something that we're excited about. So again, just reach out to us and we will definitely be able to guide you through this process.
Absolutely. And I see we have some more questions coming in, but I do want to point out that the University of the District of Columbia has been able to maintain a level of sustainability because of our our efforts to be able to adapt to a changing climate. And this is one of those times where it is proven positive for us because we have an amazing pool of talent. We have excellent leadership at the helm of moving the university forward with an amazing vision as well as an amazing strategy on how we're going to execute that goal. So despite the climate and the changes that and the challenges that we're facing, the university is well equipped to adapt to those changes. One way that we're really proud of being able to adapt is through a process that we call and we have identified as strengths. It's a partnership that we've done with Gallup, where we are actually training all of our staff, faculty, and students on how to identify their innate skill sets, those things that come very natural to them. That helps the university distinguish itself in the marketplace, as well as helping our students understand the value that they naturally bring to the classroom setting, as well as getting ready to transition into the corporate setting. So another question we have here, Omar says, if I'm interested in climate change, what can you suggest?
It's actually a really good question. One of the things, the University of the District of Columbia is the only public land grant institution and in Washington, D.C. So we're the only public school in Washington, D.C. However, we are also a land grant school, that meaning that we, so a good portion of our funding for the university is connected to how we impact, excuse me, the environment in some way, shape, or form. And that's something that you're going to be hearing throughout your tenure at the University of the District of Columbia. So regardless of what your major is, you're going to be learning about how you impact the environment in some way, shape, or form. And so we have our College of Agriculture, Urban Sustainability, and Environmental Sciences, and that's called CAUSES for short. They have some unique programs and opportunities for students that specifically deal with that. But we actually have one of our our fully online program that we do offer is called Urban Sustainability. It is actually our only full online program that we do offer, where you can actually learn pretty much about how to go through and go into the area of urban sustainability. So in dealing with different aspects of the environment. So what we can do and how it affects the environment, things of that nature. We actually even have our own farm out in Maryland. And so you have an opportunity to really get hands-on into that world. We have rooftop gardens. We have a lot of different things because we're learning on how to be sustainable. We have a hydroponic system. You might not have heard that before, but basically, simply, we use water. We put fish in their natural environment, and then we grow plants and vegetables on the surface. And the fish live in their area and do what they do, and our plants and vegetables get an opportunity to sort of be harvested in that way. And so and it's a phenomenal program with a lot of phenomenal opportunities. So that you would definitely be looking to apply for one of the programs in CAUSES. And again, that stands for the College of Agriculture, Urban Sustainability, and Environmental Sciences.
All right. Thank you so much, Omar. So it looks like we got another question regarding our aeronautical program. It says, where is the airplane maintenance program?
Oh, good question. It is a national airport. So there's at National Airport. They actually have their own hangar and their own area that they work in.
All right. Another question is, if I'm interested in programs and the University of the District of Columbia does not have the courses, are there other places that I can take those courses?
Absolutely. So here's one thing that a lot of people don't know. We're part of a consortium, the University of the District of Columbia, Howard University, American University, Trinity, George Washington, and Georgetown. We all work together, actually, and it's called the consortium. And so students have the opportunity to take classes at the other institutions in the area. And vice versa, those students get an opportunity to take classes at our school. And so it's a really unique opportunity. It sort of makes us even larger than we are just within our internal four walls, I guess you could say. And so, yes, you can definitely do that. So we have unique interactions with those students in those institutions. So yes, you can definitely take classes. Let's say, for instance, There's a class that we don't offer. Do you want to take it at, or it's offered at, let's say, Georgetown? You can do that. But the other unique thing about that is you're paying our tuition rate, not theirs. So that's one of the cool things about that. So yes, you can definitely take classes at the other institutions through our consortium program.
Wonderful. Another question is, can you tell me more about the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences? I'm interested in computer science.
Okay. So one of the things I can say that is the STEM area is one of our fast tracked big areas. So we have several areas in those several programs that fall in that area. So again, within even with computer science, our students get an opportunity to get a lot of hands-on training and definitely even some internship opportunities through that program. So if you're, depending on what area, what aspects of computer science you want to go into, you can definitely do that. I also know at the master's level, we have Homeland Security. So like if you're sort of interested in going in that direction, you can definitely do that as well. So it ultimately depends on what it is that you want to do, and then we help guide you in that direction with that area. And so, like again, working with your office, Grady, our students would be able to kind of figure out what it is that they want to do, and we all help guide them in that and getting to achieve their goals. So and then also go on our website. The cool thing about our website, if you go to, let's say, for computer science or whatever the program is, most of the programs, if you click on or go to the site or to that link, you can actually do like program of study. There's a link that usually says program of study. So it will give you an opportunity to look at all of the classes that you would be taking in that program. So then you have a better idea if it's something that actually fits what it is that you want to do. Is it something that you think you can maintain as you can look into the program. And also on that page, you'll have information about how to contact individuals within the department. So you can specifically reach out to them and ask them questions. They would love to have you contact them to answer any questions that you may have specific about their program.
Solid. Okay. Looks like we got some questions rolling in here. So it says, will I have professors of all ages?
Yes, all ages, all backgrounds. So yeah, it's a very wide range of individuals that are teaching our students. And we don't really have graduate assistants. We have a few, but for the most part, all of our classes are being taught by actual professors that are very well knowledgeable about their industry. And the great thing about our professors, a lot of times, a lot of our students will say that they've built relationships with their professors that help them to advance even in their careers as relates to maybe internships or job opportunities. A lot of times those individuals have the information about what's out there. So use them not just in the classroom, but for your own benefit of being able to get into the field and the world that you want to go into. I'll even talk about myself a little bit. That's how I was able to get to my first job. When I was in school, I was actually working with my professor who was over the public relations track at Hampton University, and I was working on a project with her, and that project allowed me to actually go into a company that I was just getting some information from, and one thing led to another, and I ended up talking myself into a job. So it was actually a great opportunity for me. And I was getting paid to work with my professor as well. So those are some things that you may also have the opportunity to as well. I think they're going to talk a little bit about work study through the financial aid side or portion of the presentation. But yeah, definitely use your professors. They are jewels to have at your disposal to be able to interact and network with because they have the inside information that you're trying to get to. They have it. So use them for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Omar. So here's a really good one. It says, is UDC a safe environment for the LGBTQ community?
Absolutely. I always find it amazing that the university it's embracing to everyone. So not even just LGBTQ, but also to other individuals, period. We are a very multicultural institution. We are considered a historically Black college and university. But that also, and I attended a HBCU, so I'm very familiar with this, that we are very embracing, regardless of where you come from, what your background is, what your origins are. So again, like I said, you will have the opportunity to work and connect with. We actually have in our sort of our counseling side of things, we have an area where students can go to and work and interact with individuals that will be able to, if you want to talk about different things, excuse me, in our counseling area, if you want to, we have student activities and student organizations that you can become a part of. And as well as one of the things that I also think that is a really amazing thing is our law school. One of the things that our law school is known for is social activism, social equality. They look into a lot of aspects of social welfare, things of those, just things in that area. And so it pretty much runs through the entire institution. And so yes, you can definitely feel comfortable. Be yourself. We want you to be yourself. Bring all those different qualities of who you are to the institution. We are family. We are truly going to embrace you as family. And so yes, absolutely. We would love to have you come be a part of our UDC Firebird family.
And I would just like to add that the university actually, we have we have the first Center for Diversity, Inclusion, and Multicultural Affairs on any HBCU campus. Our founding director brought that vision to the university and was actually able to materialize it. And it has created an amazing space, a safe space for students that have felt marginalized and that have felt like their voices couldn't be heard and that they couldn't truly show up the way that they want to show up in the world. Another thing that the university is really proud of is that we have gender neutral facilities for individuals that identify for however they identify, so that they can feel safe, that they know that they have a place that they can go and not have to worry about being feeling ostracized or feeling like anyone is going to bother them or kind of push them to the margin. So one of the things that another thing that sets the University of the District of Columbia apart from many competition institutions out there. Looks like we have some questions around career counseling. Could you talk about career placement a little bit, Omar?
Yes, so we do have an area where individuals get an opportunity to work with that particular office in career counseling. So it's one of the things that you'll get an opportunity. Like we actually have in the fall and typically in the fall and the spring of the year, we have a career fair. And so we bring in companies from all over locally and nationally onto the campus to recruit our students. So we're actively engaged in making sure that you not only are successful here, but you're successful once you graduate, because that's the ultimate goal, is for you to come in, to be productive and successful while you're in school, but also to graduate and to be productive and successful once you leave. And so we are definitely heavily engaged in making sure we have individuals that come throughout the year to do presentations, to speak to our students, and from different aspects, different companies, different areas. So from the medical side to business to education. So we are heavily engaged in that area. So yes, you can definitely, and again, our website lists a lot of the information in terms of when those individuals will be coming onto our campus, the career fairs that we offer. So yes, you'll definitely be able to be engaged and find out that information.
And another thing to add, our university, our career center has a really cool new system called Handshake that allows students to do an assessment to match you exactly with what your future aspirations are. It kind of helps you pinpoint specifically what your innate skill sets are, so that you can align between your major and your career aspirations and figure out what that overlap is. One of the benefits of doing the handshake assessment and completing the handshake profile, it allows our students to be able to create this ongoing coaching experience with our career counselors, as well as career professionals that are coming to look at UDC for specific types of talent. We have an amazing relationship with the TMCF, Thurgood Marshall College Fund, where we take students from the university that have gone through, completed their handshake profile. These students actually get to compete to be able to go to the TMCF Institute to get in front of Fortune 50 companies, whether that's John Deere, whether it's Ally, whether it's JP Morgan and Chase, Booz Allen Hamilton, Deloitte. Our students are getting in front of amazing employers to land amazing career opportunities. So again, some more amazing information for you guys that are out there that are considering the university. Please jump in, contact one of our admissions counselors and find out. We got some more questions coming in here. It says, I want to go on a trip to Africa or Europe. Does UDC sponsor trips? So I think they're mentioning study abroad.
Study abroad, yes. We offer study abroad opportunities. Our students just recently have gone to, I know they went to England, London. I think they went to Africa, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, our students get opportunities to do study abroad, have study abroad opportunities. So yes, you can definitely participate in that. It's listed, excuse me, and you will be able to participate in those opportunities. And I always say, and we always say, if you can do it, do it. This time is a unique time in your life. And so I mean, to get the best, as I said, to get the best bang out of your buck, do everything you possibly can that's available to you while you're at the institution. So yes, absolutely, you can do study abroad through the university.
All right. Okay. Do you have any international students?
Yes, like I said, we have students that come all over the world. Pretty much you name it, I think we got it. So yes, you will definitely feel like I said, we are a historically Black college and university. Very proud of that. However, we do have students that literally come from all over. Like I said earlier, it's not uncommon that you might be sitting in a class next to a prince or a princess, and I really do mean not from Disney. But literally, you have opportunities to interact with students. As a matter of fact, we have a really large or a pretty decent sized population of students that are from Jamaica. And we actually have some of those students that work in our office, in the Office of Admission, Recruitment and Admission. And it's just, for me as a person, it's cool to just talk to them about their experiences growing up and in school. And so we learn a lot about each other in that process. And that's what it's all about. So it's about learning about each other. So yes, absolutely. We definitely have a lot of diversity within the institution. And we actually have programs, organizations, like student organizations that allow you to have that space to not only interact with each other, but to have that sense of pride about the fact that you come from different places on this wonderful globe that we all live in.
All right. Our last question is, will UDC be visiting schools virtually to provide more information?
Absolutely. We're doing that already. So I've already participated in several virtual recruitment events. And as this world is sort of shifting and changing, we're working on shifting and changing with it. So yes, definitely in the process of interacting with schools that are participating. Some schools are setting it up. Some companies are setting it up, and we're participating in those events. So yes, you'll be seeing my face and possibly my counterpart, Miss Alice McFarland. She is also working in the Office of Recruitment and Admission. So you'll be seeing our faces over the next few months and into the year. I think she just popped on. So hi, Alice, how are you? And so and she actually, she has her own unique story, and hopefully she'll get an opportunity to kind of tell her story because she is also a product of the institution as well. But as not only is she a product, but she has come through the ranks, as they may say. So she was a student, and now she is an employee of the institution. And so, yeah, she is a great jewel to have as part of our team in the Office of Admission, Recruitment and Admission. And but yeah, so you'll be seeing our faces. And feel free to say, hey, I saw you during this event. And so we would love to, again, engage in conversation with you.
All right, so much. Thank you so much, Omar. We really appreciate you sharing your wealth of wisdom with us and helping students that are interested understand how they can get in contact with the university to join this wonderful family. Now we're going to go ahead and transition to our last raffle challenge. But before we get to the last raffle challenge, I think Jessica's going to go ahead and cue another video for one of our community partners.
Thanks, Grady. Actually, we already showed that video, so I'm going to cue directly to the raffle question. And if you guys remember, Grady actually gave us answers to this, so hopefully people were paying attention.
All right. So do we have any takers? All right.
As a reminder, in addition to this question, which hopefully will pop up on the screen in just a minute, it's up on my screen right now.
Yeah, you can see it.
Perfect. So everybody, you can give your responses to this at virtualcollege@udc.edu. But if you're joining us on Facebook, feel free to also just pop it into the comments too. So I'll leave it up for just a couple seconds. Sports offered at UDC. We just need 3. We have a lot here at the university. So anybody that responds to this question or the previous question, we're giving away today and throughout the series of webinars, different prizes from university, but also sponsors throughout the community. So Ben's Chili Bowl has donated a $25 gift card for anybody that's going to answer this question. So special shout out to Ben's. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Again, just the question is, what are 3 sports offered at UDC? Feel free to email us or give us a chat in the Facebook if you think you know the answer. We'll be letting people know as answers come in who has won the prizes. We'll reach out to you via email. We'll get in touch with your site leaders to learn how to get in contact with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. And again, we're so excited to have you guys join us today, taking out the time to learn more about the university. Along your trip today, if you have any other questions or any other comments, feel free to send us an email letting us know exactly what your interests are, where your interests lie. If you're confused about how to transition or anything, please feel free to reach out to us. You can send us an email or log on to one of the, to send an email directly to one of our admissions counselors, or even feel free to send your questions right into the virtual college email address that was just provided, virtualcollege@udc.edu. Again, that email address is virtualcollege@udc.edu. And with that, I think I'm going to turn it back over to Jessica. It has been a pleasure moderating today. My name is Grady Wright. Again, I am an academic advisor at the University of the District of Columbia. If you're interested, please feel free. You can email me too at grady.wright.udc@udc.edu, and I will be glad to provide you with some excellent customer service on behalf of the university. Again, thank you for joining us. Jessica, back over to you.
Thank you so much, Grady. I'm just going to leave this with one more thing, the video from today's conversation, if you haven't mentioned it already, Grady, is going to be on UDC's website, our virtual college and career fair. So if for some reason you've joined in the middle or missed some of the conversation, you can hop over to that web page. And the last thing I want to say is I am just pulling up the answer from the first raffle question. If you guys still haven't responded and want to respond, go ahead. I will say we're still giving it the prize out to whoever responds first. But the question was, what is UDC's motto? The answer is aspire, accomplish, and take on the world, which is a very nice motto. What are 3 sports offered at UDC? So Grady mentioned this before. This is question number 2. You can pick 3 from any of the following, but just so you guys know the answer before we hop off, we offer soccer, track and field, tennis, lacrosse, and basketball. All right, well, thank you all for joining us today. I'm just gonna leave our final screen up, pulling that up right now, just thanking Ben's Chili Bowl for their participation, their support of us. And thank you all again for joining. Have a wonderful morning, okay?